welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble here with your readings for September the 10th through September the 16th. And if you haven't been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I really hope that you enjoy these readings and that you'll come back again and again. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for watching and sharing and commenting. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Now, I'm sorry, my nose always itches on these readings. And that's spirit letting me know that they're here. So, I start with it, for those of you who haven't been here before, I do start with an astrological report. I will be changing the format shortly. I usually do one intro and I put it on before every video, and you can skip that if you're checking your sun, moon and rising. First of all, these are general readings, guys. So if you would like a personal reading, click on this link here. And that will give you information about a personal reading. These readings offer your sun, moon and rising, and you can also, look, I'm on Instant Go. You can ask questions 24 hours a day and for not very much money. And I'm also on Patreon, another way to give back. So you can click on this link right here for Patreon. And I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else. So, you know, and also there are different tier systems. So check that out. Anyway, just take a look. Now, the astrological, so I put the astrological report, and the new format that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do an astrological reading for each sign. And I will be putting, it'll be more individualized. But I probably won't be able to get that done till October. And as most of you know, that my mum is getting ready to transition. She's getting closer and closer. She's been moved out of a care home and into a nursing home. She was in the hospital for a bit. So, you know, it's a roller coaster ride emotionally for me. So you have to bear with me if things are a bit late sometimes, or, you know, I may have to run off to England, you know, at the drop of a hat. So I just wanted to let you be aware of that. Now, the astrological report for the week. On the 10th, Mars moves into Aquarius. What does that mean for us? Well, it means that the energy that's going to be available to us is we could kind of jump to conclusions. Before we hear the whole story, we kind of judge things and jump on the bandwagon, and it's hard for us to let go. And on the other hand, you know, Mars is a get up and go. It's action oriented, right? And Aquarius is very balanced and, you know, always looking at every side and every option. So Mars is a little bit kind of slowed down somewhat, but the good news is when you get, you know, Aquarius is ruled by the mind. So if you get these ideas, Mars will get on it and get it finished. So that's a good thing. Now, on the 11th, the Sun is in a really nice relationship and aspect to Jupiter. Now, this is very positive energy, very exciting, very optimistic. It's energizing. You're going to feel energized and very positive about things. So it's a lovely energy. And then on the 12th, Jupiter is in a really nice relationship to Pluto. And that is like determination and powerful. And so we can kind of discover our power and develop it on that day. Oh, there we go, itching again. And then on the 16th, there's a lot more happening, but I want to try to keep these intros, these astrological reports as short as possible, because I've had some complaints. Everyone complains. Now, Mercury is in a lovely relationship with Jupiter, and that's on Sunday, on the 16th. And what does that mean? That means we could get big, brilliant ideas, right? Because Mercury is, and communication, we'll really have, it's really nice to be out and in conversation with people, and because we'll have the gift of the gab, if you know what I mean. We'll be able to express ourselves and we'll be engaging, and that's the kind of energy that we'll have, and we'll get these brilliant ideas. So it's really a good time to kind of meditate at the beginning of the day, so you can quieten your mind and you can really you know, recognize those ideas, and so that's very exciting. A wonderful, Jupiter's playing a big role this week. So Jupiter is all about expansion, optimism. It's a, you know, it's a beautiful planet, and now, on the other hand, on the other spectrum of it, its shadow side, it can be about addiction. So I would say keep your focus on the positive, because that will expand. So I think it's a really good time to keep your thoughts positive and, you know, make long-term optimistic plans. That's what I would do. That's what I'm going to do. So without further ado, let's go to your card, shall we? Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for September the 10th through September the 16th. Just want to make sure that my mic is working, because it wasn't working very well before. Okay, guys, so the first card out for you is the Fool. The Fool comes in when he's saying that, look, a new journey is starting. I feel that this is a new beginning for you. The Fool is right at the beginning of his journey, right? And he is so naive. He kind of has this faith. He takes a leap of faith, and he looks at everything as an adventure. So sometimes when we're in fear of change, you know, we can see the worst case scenario, and that's like when you're in fear, you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen. And the Fool is like, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. What's going to happen next? Right? So it's about changing your energy in reference to the change, right? Because clarifying it, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is a really good change for you. And actually, this is like you're starting to see the rewards coming through for all the hard work that you've done. You're starting to get paid. You're starting to see how this can really work out for you. So this is kind of an exciting time. And it's important to look on it as an adventure. And who knows what's going to happen, but whatever happens is going to be for the better, and it's going to be great. Now you've got the Eight of Pentacles, which makes me think that you're probably a little disillusioned with your life right now, and you're kind of looking for more meaning in it. This is really important when this card comes up, to get with your tribe, to be with like-minded people. Sometimes it's like looking for a spiritual mentor, or taking classes, or going to church, whatever it is for you. This is about getting with your tribe. It's definitely about that. And you've got the Justice card has come up with it. So, you know, because this person wants to kind of turn their back on material wealth and just go. And this is saying you must remember that every decision you make has a karmic value, and this is saying do the right things for the right reason. But this can also mean if you are in litigation, or some kind of judgment is coming down on you, maybe at work, or maybe you're waiting to hear something, maybe you're getting a new client and you're waiting to hear if it's going to work out. When this card comes up, and it's kind of karmic, it's saying, don't worry, things are going to go in your way. As long as you've been, you know, upfront and honest and haven't been, you know, nefarious, things are really going to go in your way. And the next card for you, Capricorn, is the Magician. Darling, the Magician makes something out of nothing. when the Magician comes up, it's saying, you have everything that you need. You may feel that you don't, but you do. The Magician just has the 4 elements, and he just gets it all together and creates something wonderful. Some people call him the trickster. I call him the co-creator. Look, definitely something's happening here. You've got... Okay, so clarifying that, you've got the 8 of Swords. You've got 2 cards. Now, the 8 of Swords is one of those delusional or illusional cards. It's one of those cards where you feel trapped, but in actual fact, you're not. If she took the blindfold up, she'd understand that the swords are around her, that she could go forward, but she just feels trapped. So this is a feeling of being trapped. And when this comes into a reading, it's saying you're not. You've got the Magician, darling. You are not trapped. You have everything that you need to create the life that you desire. And you've got the Judgment card. So things are going to come up for you this week, Capricorn. Things are coming up from the dark and into the light. Secrets and the truth is being revealed. And look, bring this up into the light. It's important to look at it right now so that you can move on. It's like those secrets, listen, if they're your secrets, they're going to come out one way or another, whether you tell them or something happens that they come out. Allow them to come up. Let them come into the dark, from the dark into the light. It's never kind of that bad. When the Judgment card comes up, it's saying this stuff needs to be brought up. Sometimes it's childhood issues. Sometimes it's emotional and psychiatric issues that are going to come up that you need to look at and address so that you can move forward and be fully healthy. You have this feeling of being trapped, and you have to understand, Capricorn, that it's an illusion. Like the Magician is the illusionist. Look, you have the power. You are the Magician. You can free yourself. You have the power, darling. It's all within reach. Look upon this change as a big adventure, because it is going to be for the best. And sometimes we don't feel like change is for the best at the time. We don't want change. We resist change. And, enlightenment is about embracing the change. Everything that comes to you, embrace it. And, there is nothing to fear. Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, comment. I love comment and feedback. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. For a personal reading with Mary, go to www.liveinthesolution.com.